Hi, final day, work ready, all set. What we have to do today is to mill, grind and sieve. Try to take as much milk as possible. Our milk will settle, whatever we have grinded will settle, and we'll have our grain pudding at the bottom, and of course when it settles you have water coming up. That water will also keep for future use. It's also very good source of probiotics. This water, corn pudding, or yeah, we call it in Nigeria omidu, omiogi, whatever. You can use it to make smoothie, you can use it to sometimes just warm it a little bit and drink, or leave it at room temperature, drink, give the kids. Good for the bowel. Yeah, good for the stomach. Good for your stomach. Alright, so my first step is to soak the extras I would be using: dates, cloves, cinnamon stick. You all know that cinnamon stick come really dry and hard, so I needed to soak it in warm water to make it soft and easier for my blender to grind. You see, my blender is quite old, but it's still pretty doing a good job. Alright, so leaving that aside, the next step is to start grinding. I only use the regular blender. You can decide to use other types of mixer depending on what you have, but like I told you at the beginning, making pap, you don't need to have everything all perfect. You can make do with what you have. Tell me guys, I had to go put madam to bed. Yeah, she has slept and it's a good time to continue, so I'm going to give gas of Deutsch, give gas before she gets up. And by the way, I remember when she gets up, it's serious food. I have to get her food out, specially made for her. I would probably share the recipe with you. She loves this puree. She loves this puree. We'll talk about this later. You can see my blender is so old and it's doing a good job. It's doing a very good job for me. Yes, just keep blending. I'm blending it and pouring them into a bigger bowl. So I take the grain, blend, pour them into a bigger bowl. At this point, I also included my dates. Remember, I would love to have two varieties, one with just dates and the other batch with dates, cloves, and cinnamon. Dates, cloves, and cinnamon would like to serve to the adults, and the one with just dates is for our baby. All right, so I really didn't need to measure the dates at this point, since I know dates goes into both portions. So I just keep including it in every batch that I'm blending, and at the end I'm going to split the portions into two and then mill again with cloves and cinnamon in just one portion. All right, there is another method you can do that you can use. Actually, you can also use other types of mixer. They are mixed. Madam, yes, 2 hours later. Madam did not allow me to do anything. Oh, I was literally away for about 2 hours with that. But anyway, we're back. So I want to be using this vitamin net or something. I mean, something you can afford. I got from Lidl. I actually got a cheesecloth from Amazon, but I am not sure how I placed it, what I did with it, where I placed it. I have looked everywhere. I have a feeling I disposed it with the carton. I really have a feeling I disposed that stuff, and that really hurts. But then I have something handy in the kitchen that I usually use. It's yeah, I'm going to wash and stabilize it with lukewarm water and salt before first use. All right, and this is like very cheap. I think it's like 49 cents or something like that. So I can, what am I looking for on Amazon when it's right in my house? I was saying earlier that it is very possible to use other types of blender, and such blenders, already would split the shaft while blending, put the shaft out and also bring out the milk for you. Some form of juicer do that also. So you need a very powerful blender to do this, and you really will not need to go through the stress of having to sieve yourself to pass out the shaft or to separate the shaft from the milk. All right, so I'm going to take what I already blended in batches or in bits into the net and try as much as possible to squeeze out the milk. At the end, our milk will settle down. Already know that, right? At this point. So I take that in and sieve gradually. So my plan is to just transfer whatever I filter there, and I will keep the shaft somewhere so that I'm able to, So after separating the shaft, I actually blended the second time. And this is because when you're sieving, you are not sure you really got as much milk as possible. I'm doing it with my hands. So I'm not really sure that I really got everything that I wanted. So I decided to blend one more time and see the result. Here are the batches that I have, and you can see it's already settled. Water up, pudding at the bottom, and so you can prepare this with hot water and pour it into already scooped pudding that you have. At the end, you can serve it hot or take it cold. Very delicious. At this point, what can I say? Thank you so very much for watching the 3 parts in making our pudding. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting. God bless you.